She lay in the darkness, knees drawn to her chest, shivering.
I'm here with you.
Dampness rose from the dirt floor and seeped into her bones.
Must you?
The cabin had no windows, only a burlap sack hung over the doorway, fluttering whenever the wind pushed through.
Get back to work!
The darkness was so deep she could not tell if her eyes were open or closed.
Child, why are you sweeping
But she was awake. From outside came the crack of a whip, then a scream. The scream stopped suddenly, as if someone had covered a mouth. The girl held her breath.
I'm here with you.
She knew that making sound at night was
I
not
have
good.
to go now.
Must
Those who
you?
made sound at night were not seen in the morning. She had no name. At least, she remembered no
Get
name.
back to work!
Aunt Queen called her girl, and the other enslaved people called
Child,
her
why are
little
you
one.
sweeping alone?
But these were not names, they were only sounds. That night, in the smell of rain and wet earth, she thought for the first time, who am I? But the answer was only darkness. She was born in a cotton field. Her mother, whose name was Delphinia, was on her knees among the cotton plants when the pain began. The sun was setting, and Overseer Coleman sat on his horse, drinking from a tin cup, watching. He sent no help. Delphinia gripped the plants, her fingers sinking into the earth, and slowly, almost silently, pushed the child out. An old woman named Lucy, who had been fetching water, ran and covered the baby with her shawl. A girl, Lucy said. Delphinia said nothing. She was tired, so tired.
I'm
Her
here
eyes were
with you.
closed, but her hands
know.
held the child to
I
her
have
chest.
to go now.
Must
Mr.
you?
Coleman rode closer and looked down. Well, he said. Another mouth to feed.
Get back
She'll
to
work in
work!
15 years. Until then, she'll grow on her mother's
Child,
rations.
why are you sweeping alone?
He turned and rode away. That night, in the cabin, Delphinia nursed the baby. The cabin had one small window with a wooden shutter, and cracks in the walls where
I'm
wind
here
came
with
through.
you. I know.
Others were there too,
I have to
4
go
women
now.
and 3 children,
Must you?
all in one room, sleeping pressed against each other. Delphinia did not name the child.
Get
Naming
back to
was
work!
dangerous. Names made things real. And
Child,
real
why
things
are
could
you
be taken
sweeping
away.
alone?
The girl remembered her mother's smell. Sweat, earth, and black pepper. Delphinia cooked when she was not in the fields, and her hands always carried the scent of pepper. She would sit the girl in her lap and quietly braid her hair. Sometimes she sang. Her voice was soft, like it might dissolve in the wind. Down in the valley, water runs cold. Carries the clay but leaves the stone. Moon hides its face, sun weeps alone. Mother's arms cannot hold. The girl did not understand the song, but she felt safe. In her mother's lap, she was protected. But one day, her mother did not come. The sun rose, the birds sang, and Delphinia did not return. The girl stood at the cabin
here
door,
with you.
staring down the path.
I know.
I have
Lucy
to go
called
now.
her inside,
Must you?
but she would not come. By afternoon, she knew her mother was not coming back. Mr. Coleman came
Get
and
back to
announced that
work!
Delphinia had been sold. He said, "Good price.
Child, why are you sweeping
You
alone?
all better work, or you'll go too." That day, the girl understood for the first time that her mother was only a thing, something that could be bought and sold. After Delphinia was gone,
I'm
the
here
girl
with
was
you.
given to Aunt Queen.
I know.
Aunt
I have
Queen
to
was
go
60
now.
years old,
Must
or
you?
maybe 80, no one knew. Her back was bent, but her eyes were sharp. She was in charge
Get
of the
back to
kitchen
work!
and lived in a small cabin near the big house, away from the other enslaved people.
Child, why are you sweeping
The
alone?
girl had to sleep with Aunt Queen. Aunt Queen's cabin was small but clean. There was a bed, a hearth, and an old picture on the wall, a white woman with yellow hair. The girl had never seen a picture before. "That's Miss Eliza," Aunt Queen said. "She's dead. Her husband, Mr. Bennett, is the master now." The girl stared at the picture. The white woman was smiling, but her eyes were empty. Aunt Queen taught the girl to work. How to arrange wood in the hearth, never let the fire die, scrub pots with sand, knead cornbread so it stayed soft. "Listen," Aunt Queen said. "Work to stay alive, but don't put your life into the work. Your life is the only thing that's yours." The girl
I'm
learned to
here with
watch.
you. I
She
know.
watched who came and
I
went,
have to go
who said
now.
what, when
Must
rain
you?
would fall, when the sun would burn. She was silent, but her eyes took everything in. One day
Get
Aunt
back to
Queen
work!
said, "You watch too much, girl. Watching is good, but
Child,
watching
why are
and
you
being
sweeping
silent is
along?
even better. At 7 years old, the girl was sent to the fields. At 4 in the morning, a bell rang in the darkness. The girl would rise,
I'm here
take a
with
piece
you.
of thick bread Aunt Queen had
know.
made, and
I
walk
have to go
toward the
now.
fields.
Must you?
Along the path, others joined, women, men, children, all silent, heavy with sleep, their footsteps
Get back
pressing
to
into
work!
the earth. The cotton plant stretched in long rows as far as she
Child,
could
why
see.
are you sweeping alone?
She was given a sack bigger than herself and told, £50 a day. Less than that, and you feel the whip. Mr. Coleman sat on his horse, watching. He never spoke, only watched. But if someone stopped, bent, or tried to straighten their back, he would lift his whip, long, thin, made of leather. The first day, the girl's fingers bled. The cotton balls had sharp edges, and in her hurry she cut herself. Blood came, but she did not stop. Stopping was dangerous. By noon, the sun was so hot the earth began to crack. The girl's mouth was dry, her tongue stuck to the roof of her mouth. A water jug waited at the end of the row, but going there meant losing time. Losing time meant the whip.
I'm here with
In the
you.
evening, the sacks
I
were
know.
weighed.
I have to go
The
now.
girl had picked
Must you?
£45. Mr. Coleman said nothing. He only lifted his whip and struck her back once,
Get back
lightly,
to work!
almost a formality. But the girl felt the sting, and her
Child,
eyes
why are
filled
you
with
sweeping
water.
alone?
She made no sound. That night, Aunt Queen rubbed salt water into the girl's back. "It's good," Aunt Queen said. "You'll remember the
I'm
pain.
here with you.
Remember,
I know, dear.
wounds on the
I
back
have to
heal
go
fast, but
Must
wounds on
you?
the heart do not." The girl began to speak less. She had never spoken much, but now she
Get
became
back to
almost
work!
silent. People spoke to her and she only nodded, or
Child,
answered
why
with
are
her
you sweeping
eyes.
alone?
Some thought she was deaf, or simple. But she was not. She was listening. In the fields, she listened to the others talk, who was being sold, who was trying to run, who had been whipped, who had died. She heard their fear, but also their hope, a quiet, hidden hope that someday, somehow, things would change. In the big house, when she went with Aunt Queen to the kitchen, she listened to the white people. Mr. Bennet talked to his friends. "These slaves are our property, our investment. Without them, this plantation cannot run." Mrs. Bennet, who was new, would say, "These people are human beings, John." Mr. Bennet would laugh and say, "You are too soft, Pearl." One day in the kitchen, Aunt Queen asked, "Why
I'm
don't
here
you
with
speak?"
you. I
The
know,
girl
dear.
answered,
I
"What
have
does
to go
speaking
now.
change?"
Must you?
Aunt Queen stared at her. Then she laughed, a dry, old laugh. "You are very
Get
wise,
back to work!
girl. Very wise." Part 7,
Child,
The Big
why are you
House.
sweeping alone?
At 12 years old, the girl was put to work in the big house. It was a large, white house with porches all around and glass in the windows. When the girl saw
I'm
glass
here
for the
with you.
first time, she could
I know.
not believe she could
I
see
have
her
to go
own
now.
face.
Must you?
She touched the glass with her finger, cold and smooth. Aunt Queen said, "Don't look at yourself.
Get back
Look
to
at your
work!
work." The girl was taught to sweep, to scrub floors,
Child,
to
why are
clean
you
silver,
sweeping
and to
alone?
set the table. She worked silently, eyes down, as she had been taught. But she watched. Mrs. Pearl Bennet was young, 25 years old, and very beautiful. Her hair was chestnut and her eyes were green. She would smile at the girl, but her smile held sadness. One day, Mrs. Bennet called the girl. "What is your name?" The girl answered, "I was never given a name, miss." Mrs. Bennet looked at her. Then she said, "I will call you Lily." The girl bowed her head. From that day, her name was Lily. Mr. John Bennet played the piano. Every evening, as the sun set, he would sit in the parlor and play. The music spread through the house,
I'm
through
here
the
with
doors,
you.
onto the porch,
I know.
and sometimes
I
even
have to
reached
go
the
now.
slave cabins.
Must you?
Lily would stop her sweeping and listen. The music carried her somewhere else, a place with no whips,
Get
where
back to
mothers were
work!
not sold, where the night was not frightening. She would close
Child,
her
why are
eyes
you
and let the
sweeping
music
alone?
enter her. One day, Mr. Bennet saw her. He stood in the doorway, watching Lily hold her broom, eyes closed, swaying her head. He stopped
I'm here
playing.
with you.
Lily's
I know.
eyes opened.
I have to go now.
She saw Mr.
Must
Bennet
you?
and froze. She quickly began sweeping again, but Mr. Bennet said, "Wait." Lily stopped.
Get back to work!
"Do you understand music?" he asked. Lily shook her
Child,
head.
why are you
"No."
sweeping alone?
Mr. Bennet said, "You don't need to understand. You feel it. Few people can do that." He began to play again. Lily stood there, listening. That night, when Lily returned to Aunt Queen, she said, "Mr. Bennet let me listen to music." Aunt Queen said nothing. She was baking bread at the hearth, her face red in the firelight. After a long time, she said, "Music is good, Lily. But remember, it is their music. We have only silence." Part 9, Friendship. There was another enslaved boy at the big house, Samuel. He was 2 years older than Lily and worked in the stables. He cared for the horses, fed them, cleaned their saddles. He was tall and very
I'm here
dark,
with you.
and when he laughed,
I know.
his whole face
I
opened
have
up.
to go now.
Lily
Must
met
you?
him first at the well. They were both drawing water, and Samuel said, "You're Lily, the one who doesn't talk."
Get back to work!
Lily nodded. "I'm Samuel," he said.
Child, why
I
are you
talk a
sweeping
lot.
alone?
"Maybe I'll talk for both of us." Lily smiled. It was the first time she had smiled in months. They became friends.
I'm here
At
with
night,
you.
when work was
I know.
done, they would meet at the
I
well
have to
and
go
talk.
now.
Must you?
Samuel told her about the horses, how one mare had given birth, how Mr. Coleman fell off his horse and everyone laughed.
Get back to work!
Lily listened, and sometimes said a word or two.
Child,
One
why
night,
are you sweeping
Samuel
alone?
said, "I'm going to run." Lily's heart stopped. "Why?" she asked. "Because this isn't living, it's dying," Samuel said. "Staying here, I'll die even if they never whip me. Inside, I'll die." Lily took his hand. "When?" she asked. "Soon," Samuel said. "Very soon." The night came when there was no moon. Samuel left the stables, carrying bread and water hidden in a sack. Lily stood at the well, waiting for him. "Come," Samuel said. "Come with me." Lily shook her head, "No." "Why not?" Samuel's voice held despair. "You'll die here." Lily said, "Aunt Queen is here,
I'm here with you.
and I'm not ready."
I know.
I have to
Samuel
go
looked
now.
at her.
Must you?
Then he took her hand and said, "Goodbye, then." "Goodbye," Lily said. Samuel
Get back
disappeared
to
into
work!
the darkness. The next morning, Mr. Coleman searched for him.
Child, why are you sweeping
By
alone?
noon, dogs were tracking his scent. By evening, he was brought back, alive, but broken. He was tied and whipped. The whole plantation
I'm
heard.
here with you.
Lily covered
I
her
know.
ears, but
I
the
have to
sounds
go
entered
now.
anyway.
Must you?
The next day, Samuel was not in the stables. No one saw him again. That night,
Get back
Lily
to
went to the
work!
well and called his name. No answer came. Years passed.
Child, why are you sweeping alone?
Lily was now 15. She had grown tall, and her hands were strong. She was still silent, but her silence carried power. When people spoke to her, their voices became softer, as if she was something sacred. Aunt Queen had died. One night, she went to sleep and never woke. Lily buried her, without a preacher, without a prayer. Only earth and tears. Now Lily was alone. But in the big house, things were changing. News came from the north that there was a war. White people were frightened. Mr. Bennet read newspapers and shook his head. Mrs. Bennet cried. One day, Mr. Coleman came and said, "Federal troops are coming. All the slaves will scatter."
I'm here with you.
Lily heard, but
I
said
know.
nothing.
I have to go
She
now.
went to the cabin
Must
where no
you?
one lived now. The cracks in the walls had grown wider, water dripped from the roof. But this
Get
was her
back to
home
work!
point. One morning, Lily saw smoke rising from the big house.
Child, why
She
are you
ran.
sweeping alone?
When she got close, she saw the house was on fire. But the soldiers were not white. They were black. Union soldiers in blue uniforms,
here with
on
you.
horseback.
I know.
One soldier
I
saw
have to
Lily
go
and
now.
said, "You're
Must
free,
you?
sister." Lily looked at him. Free? She had heard the word but never understood.
Get back to work!
She ran toward the big house. Mrs. Bennet sat on
Child,
the
why are
porch,
you
crying,
sweeping alone?
holding a small box in her hands. Mr. Bennet was nowhere to be seen. "Lily," Mrs. Bennet said, "you can go. You are free." Lily looked at her. Then she turned and walked to the kitchen. There, on the hearth, lay Aunt Queen's old picture. Lily picked it up and put it in her apron. Then she walked away. She walked north. Many days, many nights. Sometimes with others, sometimes alone. She slept in fields, hid in forests, drank from streams. Along the way she met others, enslaved, free, soldiers, children, old people. All going in the same direction. Finally, she reached a small town. There was a church, a school, and some
I'm here
black
with
families
you.
already settled.
I know.
An
I
old
have to go
woman,
now.
Mrs. Thomas,
Must you?
gave her a place in her home. "What is your name?" she asked. Lily said.
Get back to
"Lily,
work!
what can you do?" Lily thought. Then she
Child,
said,
why are you
"I can
sweeping
watch
alone?
and listen and be silent." Mrs. Thomas laughed. "That is a lot, child. A lot." Years
I'm
later,
here with you.
Lily was old.
I know.
She had
I
never
have to go
married,
now.
never had
Must
children.
you?
But she had seen much. She had seen black people build schools, build churches, teach their
Get back to
children.
work!
She had seen them, step by step, build their lives.
Child, why are you sweeping
But
alone?
she never forgot where she came from. One day, she decided to go back. She returned to the old plantation and found everything changed. The big house had burned to ashes, only a few bricks remained. The cotton fields were overgrown with weeds. The slave cabins had collapsed. But the cabin where she was born, it was still standing. The walls were leaning, the roof had fallen, but it stood. Lily looked inside. The dirt floor, the same earth where she had slept, where her mother had given birth to her. She knelt and touched the earth. Then she wept. She thought of all the people who had lived here, who had died here, whose names were written nowhere. Who had no graves, no markers. Only earth
I'm here
today,
with you.
there is no marker at
I
that
know.
place.
I have to go
No
now.
plaque, no
Must you?
museum, no official record. Where the cabins once stood, there are cornfields now. Where the
Get back to
footsteps of the
work!
enslaved once sounded, there is only wind. But if you stand
Child,
there
why
at
are you
night,
sweeping
when the
alone?
moon is hidden and the wind is still, you might hear a faint voice singing. Down in the valley, water runs cold. Carries the clay but leaves the stone.
I'm here with you.
Moon hides its face.
I know.
Sun weeps
I
alone.
have to go now.
Mother's
Must
arms
you?
cannot hold. Where Lily died, when she died, how she died, no one knows.
Get
Her
back to
name
work!
appears in no office. There is no photograph, no letter,
Child,
no
why are you
monument.
sweeping alone?
But she existed. She was born, she lived, she loved, she lost, she ran, she survived, and she died. And that is all. History remembers only those whose names are written. The rest dissolve into the earth. But the earth remembers. And sometimes, when it rains, when the air is thick with moisture, when the night is deep, a smell rises from the earth. Sweat, pepper, mother. And that smell says,